This worksheet, you are going to estimate taxes. For this particular worksheet, we're going to use 2025. The one you're using may not be 2025. It may be 2026. This year's 2025 standard deductions are listed here. So these are what everybody would be entitled to. We are going to determine if they need to take the itemized deduction or the standard deduction. So everybody is entitled to a standard deduction. You always want to take, if standard is higher than itemized, you take the standard. If itemized is higher than the standard, you take the itemized. So always whichever is higher. So we're going to look at Sally and John first. They are married and filing jointly. That's important. Married filing jointly. So up here, we would look at married filing jointly. This would be their standard deduction. They have an AGI of $120,300. They have $18,000 in itemized deductions. This is smaller than this number, so we will take this number. So down here, should they take the standard deduction or itemized deduction? We're going to say standard. Next question is, what is the taxable income? Well, they made an income, an adjusted gross income of $120,300. We are going to subtract out their deduction. And I tell you right here, so minus deduction. So we decided that deduction is $31,500. So if we subtract those two out, we get $88,800. We then will take that $88,800 and we will look over here on the tax table. So I'm going to scroll down until I get to $88,800. And one of the things that you'll want to do with this is you want to make sure that you know which column. They are married filing jointly, so we are going to be using this column right here. So I go down to $88,800. Now I use this number here, not this one, because it would have to be less than this, and it's not. It is this number. So we go over to this column right here. $10,182 is going to be our tax. Or it's going to be the tax that Sally and John are going to owe. What if they get $4,400 child tax credit? How much do they owe now? And I tell you, tax owed, which is this is our tax owed, $10,182. And we're going to subtract out our tax credits. So our tax credit is $4,400. So $10,182 minus $4,400 is $5,782. So on their W-2, they had $8,500. That's how much they paid all year for their taxes. So my first question is, do they get a refund or do they owe? And it says, if withholding is larger, so if this number is larger than this number, they are going to get a refund. Well, it is. So they are going to get a refund. And how do we figure out how much? We're going to take our federal withholding minus our tax owed. And that is going to give us $2,718. On David earned $120,000 and has itemized deductions of $23,321. He has no tax credits. So down here, should he take the standard deduction or the itemized? This number is larger than this number. We're looking at this because he is single. Okay, so make sure that you are looking at all of the criteria for this. So he is going to take the itemized deduction of $23,321, which is right here, because this number is bigger than this number. What is his taxable income? We're going to take his $120,000 minus, which is his income, minus his deduction. Minus this, going to give us $96,000. That will be the amount we look up over here, $96,679. That is going to be right 90. Oops, I keep doing that. 96,679 is going to give us $16,183 in tax credit. Or I'm sorry, is going to be his tax from his tax table. Then you're going to subtract any tax credit, but I tell you up here he has no tax credit. So this is just going to be the number from over here on the tax table. If he had $118,320 in federal income tax withheld from his W-2, how much refund or how much is he going to have to pay. So again, we're going to take our federal withholdings, $18,320, which is from here, and we're going to subtract out our taxes that is owed. This is his tax. Okay, this is what his tax is going to be. So we subtract those two and we get 2,137. If this number is a negative, he has to pay. It's not, it's a positive. So he gets a refund. The rest of them you're going to do on your own.